The new craze in crypto this week is NFTs, but what are they? I always say you should understand an asset class before investing in it. And there's a lot of money to be made in this space over the coming months and years. And I mean a lot. From gaming to digital art, NFTs are going to replace collectibles as we know them. And by jumping in now when the niche is young, you are sure to improve your chances of getting those NFTs everyone will be drooling over in the future. And I've got a big announcement involving something huge involving the channel and NFTs. Let's get it. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Ben, and in this video, I'll be telling you why you should be paying attention to projects centered around NFTs, as these could be your ticket out of your parents' basement. Ironically, NFTs will be really attractive to those of you who still live there. You see, NFT's biggest application at this time is in the world of gaming, esports, and collectibles due to their unique nature and potential for providing users with true ownership over their digital assets. But I might be getting ahead of myself, even though we've tried to slow down. Before we get into NFTs and what they are, I can't help myself. Just know we are releasing our own BitBoy NFTs on the Rari platform this week. Here's a look at a design for one of them. You're going to be able to buy one of 5 designs with a few different wrinkles this week, so more details on that later on this week. If you didn't know, this channel started out as the home of crypto superhero BitBoy. I'm actually not supposed to be BitBoy. So we got some really cool characters I can't wait to show you guys. At the end of this video, we will also be taking a look at a hot token sale that is one I've personally been looking forward to. But let's start with the basics of NFTs. NFT stands for non-fungible token, which is a special type of token just like you, unique. This is exactly what non-fungible means. When you say an asset is fungible, like a dollar, it means it's interchangeable. When you are tipping a stripper, your pizza delivery man, doesn't make a difference which dollar bill you put in the G-string or on the pizza box. They're all the same. Now compare this to an art piece like Goya's fascinating and terrifying Saturn devouring his son, or Da Vinci's emblematic Mona Lisa. If an art expert like myself were to acquire it, we would not settle for an exact copy of it. Sure, I could have it in my living room and pretend it is the same, but it is not. The original will always be one of a kind and have more value than an exact replica. NFTs are the perfect way to represent such a work of art, as all of them are different from each other, which is not only a benefit when it comes to art. NFTs can represent property, achievements, trophies, unique video game items, digital collectibles, and even digital IDs. There's just a lot of potential waiting for more people to jump in, as its use is still in the early stages compared to what is to come. You see, non-fungible tokens are already used by several projects and have seen massive success with collectibles like CryptoKitties, which, if you don't remember, were enough to crash the entire Ethereum network in a way similar to what DeFi is doing now. There are also other collectible games like Decentraland, My Crypto Heroes, Gods Unchained, and more. Now, back in July, this collection of NFTs represented over $99 million in lifetime trading volume, with some predicting that it could become a $1 trillion industry in the next few years. You might think this is exaggerated, but as I have said before, NFTs can be applied to a lot of different industries, especially gaming. Gaming has been described by many as the gateway for the mass adoption of blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies. This isn't surprising. The gaming industry surpassed both the music and movie industries combined a long time ago in terms of revenue. Think about that for a second. According to Statista, a total of 2.81 billion people are playing video games around the world. This is more than a third of the global population. So why are NFTs such a big deal in gaming? Well, these tokens could help alleviate some issues that both game developers and gamers experience under the current models. For gamers, the main problem is not really owning their digital assets. If a player was going to be banned from the game, their assets would be lost. Doesn't matter if their shiny sword is worth $10,000, it would be gone. If the player wants to sell it, he would be restricted by the company's policies on that matter, taking and handling the item out of the game is also not a possibility. See the problem? Sounds kind of like centralization. The player is basically borrowing the item from the developer. NFTs can actually change that. By creating an NFT token, users would be given control over their assets, being able to take them out of a developer's servers and into a blockchain network. This would also provide developers to generate extra revenue if they were to allow the trading in such a way, charging a fee for the trading of assets, as this can be automated with smart contracts. The security of the assets would also increase. As we all know, the blockchain is one of the most secure technologies at this time. And most importantly, gamers would truly be rewarded for their efforts on acquiring the assets, as it wouldn't matter if the publisher goes out of business and the game disappears throughout your nerdy quest. Blockchain would ensure the player's asset is still there. Such an application of NFT tokens would also open the door to interesting concepts. Could you imagine moving your items from one game to another? Companies could find ways to create an expanded universe for their games where users can flawlessly move between them, even cooperating with other developers to do so. I'm not a game developer, but that sounds interesting. Enough about video games, though. I made so much emphasis on them because they're truly the greatest application of NFTs. However, all of those same features that make NFTs effective in the video game industry can be used in other areas. Think about digital works of art. I do it all the time. Paintings distributed through NFTs which certify their authenticity. Think about the real estate industry. Owning an NFT token for a property could be owning the property itself. Maybe a sneaky way around your HOA. Tickets for events, IDs, copyrights, licensing, anything that requires uniqueness can be converted into an NFT token. Do you think I'm exaggerating here? Look at this. Back in August, an NFT painting sold for $55,000. Remember these words. Digitalization is happening and blockchain will be the one guiding the way. It's not a matter of if, but when.
But boy, I don't care about the technology. Just tell me how to get the money.
Just like with any other token, NFTs are part of a blockchain network of projects. By investing in the networks that allow the creation of popular NFTs, you would be benefiting from all the trading that takes place. Take Ethereum, for example. If you were to hold ETH and CryptoKitties returned with a craze like the old days and a ball of yarn, or any project did, this would result in ETH's value going up. Easy. The other option is investing in solid projects in this niche. Projects like Engine, which I talked about in the past, and Wax are a way to invest in NFTs without acquiring them, as the raise of NFTs in the network will have an impact on their coins. The success of NFTs would also have a direct impact on coins like Ethereum for the same reason, as Ethereum is home to many NFT games. What I mean to say is that you don't need to invest in a specific virtual cat or piece of digital art, but you can find the network that has tokens and invest in it. Investing in projects who focus on their own NFTs, like The Sandbox, OVR, and Nifty Gateway, how nifty, which is a marketplace owned by Gemini, will also allow you to capitalize on the NFT craze and make good money. If you have an eye for CryptoKitties, you're a pussy expert, and you can tell me how much this specific kitty is worth, you might be able to benefit from trading specific NFTs. I'm really sorry about that. But it doesn't have to be with virtual cats. If you have a knowledge of art, real estate, sneakers, or gaming, focus on that specific market and invest in tokens that will gain value with time. By the way, that cat was worth $172,000. Yep, I was as surprised as you. One thing I've not been surprised about is the token sale and now generation of the R-Fuel token. This is a token of the Rio DeFi ecosystem. While Rio has sponsored this segment, this is a sale that I have been particularly interested in, and many of the researchers in my team have been telling me about this one for months now. Rio DeFi is now listed on CoinGecko and tradable on Uniswap, but it is not in the RC20. This project is built on a parachain of Polkadot, the latest and greatest chain in all of crypto. The mission of Rio DeFi is to accelerate the mass adoption of digital assets, we've been talking about, by bridging traditional and decentralized finance. This project is run on its own chain, Rio Chain. How aptly named, of course. Their DApp ecosystem includes home run hitters Mantra DAO, which we've covered before, and Bitpool. But here is why RFuel has basically unlimited potential: sheer number of people. A recent development for Rio DeFi is that it is now preparing to link RFuel with INR banking services. That stands for the Indian rupee, and I love me some rupees. A little better when I find them in a cave after I blow up a rock that's supposed to be hidden. But Indian rupees are good too. And if you didn't know, India will be the most populated country in the world in just a few years. Linking the Indian economy to digital assets without borders could send this project to hyperdrive. But honestly, that's just one of the many things about this project that has me excited. This is one we should definitely be putting our eyes on over the next few months. Could be a moonshot. BitBoy out.